Hello, everyone. I hope you find yourself well today. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Lily, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how I am documenting the first 10 days of the month. It has been a super busy first 10 days of the month, and I thought I would bring you along and show you my process. Now, it's only like partial documenting, um, and I don't get it done. I know, spoiler, I don't get it done, but we're going to kind of start on each page. But before we move on to the pages, let's decorate this little clothespin, because if we're going to be looking at it, we need to make it pretty. And so I just reached over and grabbed a sticker, and I'm just going to glue it on. Usually what I do with the clothespins, because I buy them at for super cheap at the dollar store, I usually paint them. If I'm working with acrylic paints and I have leftover paint, I will paint the clothespins. But look how cute that turned out. It's a Christmas sticker. It says no peeking, and now it's beautiful. So again, thank you for being here with me, and I sure hope you're following along with my December daily Christmas junk journal holiday documenting process. It is a lot of work, you guys. It really is, because I have a lot going on, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. But what I did here, and I'm kind of pointing out that I printed some pictures. So I took the first 10 days of the month, went through my camera roll, and I printed some pictures. Now, I printed the pictures on regular copy paper. Gasp! Yes, I did. And you know what? They didn't turn out bad at all. They look pretty good to me. And I have to make do with what I have, because I couldn't find my photo paper, and I couldn't find, I also have presentation paper. I couldn't find any of it. So all I have is copy paper and heavy cardstock, and it just won't, the cardstock just wouldn't fit through the copier. So copy paper it is, and yeah, not too bad. I figure if we can print digitals, and if we can jelly print on copy paper, then it's good enough to print some photographs. So that's what I did. And as we go through the pages, I've kind of reserved the pages with pictures, and you'll see that as I begin to flip the pages. So what I will be doing in this video is gluing down and matting most of the photographs. That is what I'm going to do. And just to kind of give the pages a starting point. The second step, because we already did layer craft scrapbooking paper on each of the pages. So now we start bringing in some of the other elements, and I'm going to start with photographs. I think this is going to be one of the easiest Christmas journals there is. I'm not putting a lot of thought into it. I'm using supplies that I have and that I haven't used in years. For example, this tape runner. I haven't used it in years, and it didn't want to work. But I have two. So let's bring the other one out. And I talked about using up my stash and using up supplies in my previous video, because the stuff is getting old. My treasures are getting old, you guys. My stickers aren't sticking. My adhesive is drying out. Some of my things are just getting old. And we're going to use our stash. We're going to use junk, and we're going to use our stash. And a lot of my Christmas is put away, but I did find some Christmas. And so that you'll see an array of different Christmas papers and stickers, which I've just recently purchased. And so we're just going to use whatever I have within reach. By the way, the picture that I used for this very first page is of me, and it wasn't taken in December. It was taken on Small Business Saturday. My sister and I went shopping at all the small businesses here in the Salt Lake area, and we had so much fun. And she took that picture of me at the Christmas tree, in front of a Christmas tree, so that was pretty. And then I thought I would start the second page with a photograph of my daughters. Look at them. Look at my 3 beautiful children. And yes, I am having grandbaby number 7. Well, not me personally, but my daughter is. Grandbaby number 7. Look at that. That is my oldest daughter. That's my middle daughter. And that's my youngest daughter. And I am just so proud of all 3 of them. And so yes, my youngest daughter is having baby number 2, which is grandbaby number 7 for me. I am so excited. I am so excited. Being a grandmother is, I can't even explain it, because if you love your children, the love that you feel for grandchildren is I don't know, tenfold. It's just bigger and greater. I mean, I love my children. I love them with all my heart. And then you have grandbabies. And if you're a grandparent, you know what I'm talking about. This picture was taken on Thanksgiving Day, and my middle daughter, the one on the far right, her name is Devin, she hosted, and we took a group picture, and I love it. It turned out great. And so I thought I would start with a picture of them, because one of the main reasons I moved back to Utah was so I can be closer to my daughters and I can be closer to my grandchildren. So this is a perfect way to begin this Christmas junk journal, with a picture of my children. And so you noticed I didn't do any journaling. I didn't make any notes or anything, because right now I'm just going to adhere all of these pictures. And this is a funny picture, you guys. It's a picture of me, and most of you know that I work part-time at Costco at the membership desk, and they took a picture of me. One of the supervisors took a picture of me, and then they put it on the big TV on the wall, because we had members that wrote a nice little comment about me, and so they put me up on the big screen. And this is a cute story. So my mother works there too, and when my mother saw my picture on the screen, she says, "Oh, you have to take a picture. You have to take a picture of the screen so you can show your dad." You guys. And I know that is just so cute. My mom was so proud that she saw me on that television screen at Costco. So I printed the picture and I showed my dad. And now I have this picture. And so I thought, I'm going to print it and I'm going to put it in my junk journal. And this picture, this was actually on the 1st of December. So there you go. And so I will go back and of course journal and document and tell the story of what happened that day. And I don't show it in the video, but I do keep track of my daily activities. And so I have a separate notebook where I jot down what I do that day, whether it was working or studying, Christmas shopping, just whatever, running errands, post office, bank, things like that. And so I'm just kind of jotting things down. I'll write the date, for example, December 1st, worked at Costco, made it to the big screen, things like that. And then I'll jot down the notes or the activities from December 2nd and so forth. So far, I am to day 10. I'm actually recording this video on the 10th, and And so, yeah, that's how I'm going to keep track of my days, and then I'll go back and fill in the blanks. Um, this is for December 2nd, and I talked about this last 2 years ago. Was it two? Yes, 2 years ago. I talked about December 2nd, and very briefly because it was very emotional. Um, this right here is someone that was very, very special in my life, and he passed away on December 2nd, 2019. And um, I just I love him so much, and so December 2nd is reserved for him, and I'm able to talk about him now. He was just very special in my life, and I was really sad, really crushed when he passed away. So he's he's been gone for 2 years, and I think about him every single day. And so I am reserving these 2 pages for him, and I will probably be talking about and documenting some of the best memories that, some of the times that we spent together. And so that'll be documented there. And this right here, oh, look at, that's a before and after. We gave the snowman a makeover. Yes, we did. I am a huge thrifter. I love thrifting. I love turning old items and giving them a fresh new look. This was a Christmas ornament, and it's a little wooden snowman, and you can see the traditional colors, and he was cute before. He really was. But I wanted to give him a fresher look, and so I opted for some of my favorite colors, and I love the mint greens and the turquoise, and so that's exactly what I did. And so I took a little before and after, and I think he turned out really cute, and he is now hanging on my tree in quotation marks, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a little bit in the following pages. But oh yeah, it is my favorite thing to do. I shop Christmas all year long, you guys, especially at the thrift stores, all year long. And so I pick things up as I see them, and then I give them a little facelift. So I love doing those makeovers to furniture, but I also like working with decorative pieces and decor and things like that. I still have so many more things to work on, but I just haven't had that much time. So I have been studying for my Utah State real estate exam. And you also know that I am a licensed California broker. I've mentioned it several times before, and I won't bore you with that. And so in October, I finished my 120 hours of real estate courses, and then I scheduled my real estate exam, and my real estate exam was today on December 10th. And I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. But that is what I have been doing for the past 2-3 weeks, is studying every free moment that I have. Oh, look, here is another before and after. I have a weakness for snowmen. I have mentioned that before. So I see them and I buy them, especially at the thrift stores. And he was cute. You could see there, he was cute before. And I just, again, used the same color palette that I did on the Christmas ornament and applied it to this snowman as well. And oh my gosh, you guys, he turned out so good. Oh yeah, in my previous video, I gave you a sneak peek of my snowman. Yep, he did there was a cameo appearance of the snowman. So I am going to link all of the videos that are relevant to the December junk journal will be listed down below in the description area. And so you can go and take a look at those as well. And you can follow me along with this process. So yeah, so I have been working, and then all of my free time, I mean all of my free time, you guys, from the moment I get up in the morning until the moment I have to go to work, I was studying. And then I would get home about 9:30 in the evening, and I would study till about midnight because I wanted to make sure that I was prepared for the real estate exam. So yeah, so that is what I did today. Oh my gosh. I don't think I slept last night. I was just so full of anxiety. I was so nervous, but more about that in a moment. So I thought I would add these pictures, and on these days, on these days I was painting, and there were some courses that I did where I could listen and as I was studying, and so I was keeping busy and I was, painting. This day, oh, I lost my little paper because there should be little papers in there with the date, but I can refer to my notepad for the day. But on this day, I want to say it was the 4th or the 5th, I took a selfie with my parents. And because we wanted to text my auntie, my mother's sister in California, a picture of us. So I took selfies of us and then text them. And again, I went through my camera roll today and printed. I take a lot of pictures, and sometimes it's the most random things. Sometimes it's small print because I need to enlarge it so I could see it. I'm not printing that stuff, but yeah, I'll take a picture of, if it snowed, I took a picture of the snow, or if I see a pretty flower, I'll take a picture of the flower. So I take random pictures. So it was easy to go through my camera roll and then select the pictures that coordinated with the day. And so that worked out really good. And again, you could see how I already have the foundation pieces there, which is a scrapbooking paper that I'm using as background paper. And now I am just matting the pictures and then gluing them down. I would like to add pockets and tags and clusters and trim, and I will be doing that. But right now, the goal for these 10 days is to stick these pictures down. And I didn't want it to get too late into the month because then I think it would be overwhelming. But now that I've taken my test and I'm not studying, I have free time. I have some time where I can maybe not let 10 days accumulate, and I'll be able to work a little bit every day on the junk journal. This picture right here is a picture again of that's my sister. That's my sister right there. And this is also that day that we went shopping on Small Business Saturday. We found a great shop in Salt Lake County called The Simple Nest. Oh my gosh, the cutest stuff in there. It is a boutique of beautiful things, and the prices are super reasonable. And then within that same store, there is half of it is an antique mall. And oh my gosh, it was amazing. So you could see all of our bags. We had so much fun that day. I think we were in that shop for over 3 hours. So many things to look at. So many beautiful things. And I can't wait to go back again. And just because they just had, oh my gosh, so many cute things. So the Simple Nest, they're on Instagram. So if you go on Instagram and enter the Simple Nest, you'll find them. They are in Salt Lake County. I think you'll love all the cute stuff that they have. So yeah, this wasn't taken in December, but again, I'm going to add it here into my junk journal. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of those pictures from Thanksgiving and I'm going to add them if I have pages left over towards the end. And because what I'm thinking I'm going to do next year is I'm not going to make a December daily. I'm going to make a holiday junk journal that is going to start from Thanksgiving through, or like a winter junk journal. So it's going to start Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's. And that is what I'm going to do because I had so much fun starting from Thanksgiving with my family, and I know that I'm going to cherish every moment until New Year's, and then and then begin the new year and cherish every moment of 2022. Right now, I am showing you how I'm repurposing some of the book pages that I took out from this book, and I'm making a corner pocket. So you could see how I took the paper and kind of folded it. And these are the pages that I reserve that have the blank space because I like to use those for note cards or journaling cards. But I thought it would also be smart to use them for tuck spots. And I could journal on it or I could further embellish it. I could add a cluster. I can cover it with bits and pieces of scrap paper. So this is how I'm going to reuse all of these pages. All the book pages will be put to good use. And I had some already made where I had stitched all around. I was just showing you how I fold it just to kind of reinforce it because the paper is kind of thin. So it's doubled up so that it makes us for a sturdier pocket, and it's stitched. I think I flipped it around because of the stitching. I think I preferred the stitching on the other side. And so I had kind of stained the edges there so that it pops against the page. But just before I was about to glue it down, I noticed that I preferred the stitching on the opposite side. So that's all I did. And you know, you don't have to stitch, but I really like the look of stitching. So if you're able to stitch with your sewing machine, do it. Because it just adds a different aesthetic, a different look. And it makes me happy to see all the stitches, wonky and everything. So if I have the opportunity to run things through my sewing machine, I will. Otherwise, we can glue it down or do faux stitching as well. But look at that. So that's going to look great. So I'm going to talk about what my sister and I did that day and had so much fun. We were out that entire day. We were only supposed to be gone for a few hours, and we were gone like 10 hours that day. We were on tour visiting as many small shops as we could. So there's that little tuck spot. And now let's move on to the next page. These are library pockets that I also made from the book pages. And I believe I did also a little along with the December daily, the beginning of it. I believe I also showed you how I make these little library pockets. And so those videos, again, will be down below. So don't miss those. Go watch them. And so I just took one of them and I'm going to attach it to the page. And I'll show you what I'm using the little pocket for. By the way, thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and thank you to everyone that has been with me. I am so appreciative of you. I am so happy. Thank you so much for being here with me. And so I made this tag from scrapbooking paper, and I jotted down on the reverse of that tag my Christmas mailing list. And it's longer. And so I have to make a second tag so I can write out all of the names to continue writing down the names of the people I am sending a Christmas card to. So, by the way, I would love to send you a Christmas card. So if you would like for me to send you a Christmas card, please email me. My email address is also in the description area. I would love to send you a Christmas card. So email me, just send me a little note, tell me you want to be added to my Christmas list, and I would love to add you and send you out a Christmas card this year. Yes, so yes, I invite you to do that to my Gmail address that you'll find in the description area. So I took another piece of scrapbooking paper and I cut it down, and I want to say the dimensions are 2.5 by 4.5, and I just trimmed it up on top, punched a hole, and I'm making a tag. And these are reinforcers that I purchased at Dollar Tree, and then I took some Distress ink and I just took the little dauber and distressed it to kind of give it some color. And there's others in there that I've used that are just plain white. And I think I have some gold ones too. But look at how cute that tag turned out. Now what I did prior to recording this video, I searched all of my things to find items that would be perfect for this junk journal. And I grabbed trim, laces, ribbons, all of the stickers and all of the little bits and pieces of holiday scrapbooking paper. And so everything is on my desk so that it would be easy to reach for. So look how cute those little tags are. And by the way, on the tags, I didn't mention that. You saw how I had my list of names. I also jotted down which card I'm mailing out. So if I have any left over next year, I don't send out the same Christmas card to the same person. I know, I'm nuts. But wouldn't that be funny? Yes, it would. That is a picture of my Rolodex, you guys. And funny story, on this day, I went to the post office to mail out some of the Christmas cards. And I called my daughter. I texted my daughter, my youngest daughter, and I needed to know what her new address was because she, her and her husband just bought their house. And I needed to update my Rolodex. Anyway, and so I texted her for her address, which I should have already had, but I didn't. And she sent it to me, and then she says, "Why?" And I replied, "So I can update my Rolodex." She replies with a LOL and a laughing emoji. And so I asked her, "Why is that so funny?" And she says, "Mom, you're the only person I know that still uses a Rolodex." So I guess she's 26 years old. She didn't grow up with a Rolodex. But it was so fun. She thought it was hilarious. So what I do, you guys, is I go through my Rolodex and I update it every single year. Because as I'm going through it and, addressing all of my envelopes, I have friends that have moved. And so I'll take their cards out and I'll send them a text message. And I'm like, "Hello, I need your new address. And do you use a Rolodex? How do you keep track of your addresses? On your phone? Do you have an old school address book? Do you have a Rolodex?" I use a Rolodex. I have 3 Rolodexes, and you've seen them. I have a video. I've shown you my Rolodexes. Oh my gosh, but that was so funny. She thought it was hilarious. So I mentioned I have a Christmas tree in quotation marks. And that's my Christmas tree. I have a wall tree. This is the cutest wall tree or wall hanging that I've ever seen. I purchased it at the Simple Nest. It is so cute. It is real branches that are tied together or hung by this jute rope. It is so cute, and it's about 5 or 6 feet long. It is so cute. So I don't have any room for a Christmas tree, but I do have wall space. And this is hanging on my linen closet door. So as you come up the stairs, there is a linen closet, and I hung it there. And it is so beautiful. And I hung all of the ornaments that I have picked up, like at thrift stores or little boutiques. Most of them are hearts, because I love heart ornaments and dangles and things. And so that's what I did. And then that stocking that's hanging there towards the bottom, I picked that up at the thrift store. I washed it, let it air dry, and look how perfect it looks hanging there. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this page, and so I didn't want to glue it down. I backed it with the scrapbooking paper, and I just clipped it there, and we'll see what I do with it. I may make a flip out. I thought about maybe a flip out, and I thought about making a large tag as well. So I'll get back to that once I start working on it again. Here is a great picture. This is my parents' house, and I took this picture on the 9th. The morning of the 9th was our first snow day. And I was getting ready, and my dad called up to me and he says, "You have to come outside and see how beautiful it is." And it was just so pretty first thing in the morning. And so then as I was leaving to work, I took a picture of the house. And I also wanted to include a picture of my parents' house in my junk journal, because this is where I live. And I am just so grateful that my parents have opened up their home to me. And I am just so thankful that I am here, and that they have invited me to stay with them for as long as I want. And they're still okay with it. I am not driving them crazy. At least I don't think I am. But yes, I wanted to include that picture. And then I took a picture of my Jeep. It had a little bit of snow on it. It was covered with snow in the morning. But by the time I went to work, because I work in the evenings, so by 4:30, most of the snow had melted off, but I still wanted a picture of it. Those are the random things, the random pictures that I find in my camera roll on my phone. So that happened. This was on December 9th. And see how I've jotted the dates on those little pieces of scratch paper. So I don't forget. And then I go to my list, and then I'll be able to document. You guys, the 10th. This happened on the 10th. Okay, guess what? Guess what happened, you guys? So I took my test, right? I passed. I passed my real estate exam. Yes. You guys, almost started crying in the lobby of the testing center, because you have no idea the morning that I had. It was crazy. It was insane. But you know what? As crazy and insane as my morning was, it turned out today turned out to be the best day ever. The best day. So as soon as I got home, I took a selfie, and so I can remember the joy that was exuding. Exuding, is that a word? I was exuding joy. I'm going to look that up. I don't know if I'm using that right. But I was just so happy, you guys. I was so happy, and I was telling my mom and my dad about my day and how crazy it was. But before I got home, I went and I bought myself that ginormous burger. That is how I celebrated. That is how I rewarded myself. I called my dad and I said, Dad, do you want a burger? Because we're going to eat a big burger today with fries and onion rings. And he said no, because he had already eaten. So I bought myself a burger, fries, and onion rings. It was so good. So that was my celebration meal. So yes, I'm so excited, you guys. So I am now a Utah real estate agent. Yes, I am. So I'm dual licensed. Dual licensed? No, I'm licensed in 2 states, so California broker and Utah sales agent. Yes, I'm so excited. So this morning, just really quick, this morning I was caught in a snowstorm at the point of the mountain, which is the point of the mountain divides Utah County and Salt Lake County, and the testing center was in Salt Lake County, and I had to drive there. I checked the weather before I left, and there was only a 30% chance of rain. I looked outside the window. It wasn't snowing. I thought, okay, good. I don't have to leave that early, but I'll leave early anyway, just in case there's traffic. Everything is fine, but the moment I got on the freeway, I was hit with a snowstorm. The moment I got on the freeway, and this is about 7:15 a.m. I had to be at the testing center at 8. Long story short, I get stuck at the point of the mountain. I'm slipping and sliding. I ended up pulling over to the side. UDOT comes over, asks if I'm okay. I am panicking. I am almost in tears because I am so scared that my car is going to slide off the freeway. And I don't want to move. And he's making suggestions, telling me what I can do. I call my sister and I'm panicking. And she helped calm me down. She helped calm me down. And by now it is 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not even thinking about testing anymore because I'm not going to make it in time. I'm just more concerned about getting off the freeway. So I keep her on the phone with me as I'm driving off on the shoulder with my hazard lights on. I just want to go off the freeway. Let me interrupt this. I am going to show you, I'm going to make some journaling cards because I'm going to have a lot to say on December 10th. And so we need a lot of journaling cards for December 10th. So I'm going to show you how I am repurposing the book pages and make some of those cute little journaling cards. I made those off camera, but I'm going to show you how I am going to make it. So these are the reserved pages that I have, especially for journaling cards, because that blank space is perfect for journaling. And I tripled up on the pages because I really want these journal cards to have substance. You could just use a single page and fold it in half, but the pages are really thin, and 3 pages doesn't add that much bulk, and it just makes for a sturdier card. So all I did is fold it in half, add a little bit of glue to keep it together, and then I stitched around the edges. That was it. And so I'm going to show you, I don't show you here how I stitch, but I'm just kind of pointing out how I stitch all around the journaling card. And I've already done some off camera, and so I'm going to bring those in, and then I'm going to decorate it with all of the little fun embellishments I have there on my desk. So I'm on the freeway driving at 0 miles per hour, and my car is slipping and sliding, and I stayed on the shoulder, going super slow, just trying to get off the freeway. I don't even want to be on the freeway anymore. And I'm coming downhill, you guys. And so I have to go really slow because, oh my gosh, I'm braking and my car's still moving. Luckily, everyone was driving at a distance, so no one was gathered together. And everyone is going at a snail's pace. Everybody. It was insane. UDOT told me they were going to close the freeway down because visibility was 0. I could not, that's why I pulled over too, because I couldn't see and I was panicking. Oh my gosh. And almost in tears. So, but my sister calmed me down. Look at this cute little stamp set from Tim Holtz. I bought this one, I think I bought it last year. And so I'm using it for the first time this year. And I have already stamped on one journaling card, so now I'm going to use him. And I'm going to stamp him on the other because I think the look, oh my gosh, it turned out so cute. And those snarky cats are so stinking cute. And here's an oldie but goodie. I've had this stamp pad for a while, and it's one of my favorite colors. I think it's Mambo blue, or I don't remember, but I love it. And I tested it because I wasn't sure if it even had ink in it anymore, but it did. So that's the color I'm going to use, a blue cat. You have to have a blue cat. So you guys, I made it off the freeway, and it took me, so I made it off the freeway, but I'm so close to the testing center because the testing center is only 10 minutes from the house. But because of the snow, it took over an hour. And I wasn't going to go to the testing center anymore because I thought it's after 8 o'clock. They're not going to let me in. They have a deadline, and I'm going to lose my spot. But I drove there anyway because it's right off the freeway. And so I'm off the freeway anyway, so I'm just going to go. And if I can't take my test, I'll just schedule it for another day. I wasn't even concerned. My safety was more important, and the safety of others, because I also didn't want to collide into anyone or any car. So oh my gosh, it was just insane. So I parked the car. It's now 8:10, and I shuffle into the building because I don't want to slip. Get to the third floor, race down the hallway, open the door, and tell the clerk, "Am I too late?" She looked at me and she says, "No, have a seat. I'll be right with you." And I sat down, and I had to take a deep breath because I almost started bawling. There's so much was going on. So much was going on, you guys. You don't understand. Or maybe you do. And I sat there and waited patiently until she called me and gave me all my stuff, and she sent me on my way to take my exam. And they give us 6 hours for the exam, including breaks, but the exam is 4 hours long. You guys, I was out of there in under 2 hours. Okay? Under 2 hours. I think I finished the test in an hour and 45 minutes. Look at how cute that journaling card. And it says, instead of giving out presents this year, I'm going to give out my opinion. So yeah, snarky cats. So cute. So cute. I love this stamp set. So now I turned it over, and there's the text from the book page, and I'm just going to cover it with some of the scrap pieces of paper that I have. So at 11 a.m., so I started my testing about 8:25, and by 11 a.m. I was done. I thought something's wrong. I missed questions. This can't be right. I have 4 hours to take this test. It's been, I don't know, an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to fail. I didn't feel good. I was still so nervous about the weather conditions, and I was worried about what it was going to be like on my way home. I was ready to camp out in Salt Lake for the day and the night. I was not going to drive in that snow again. And when I looked out the window, it had cleared up, so it wasn't snowing, and the snow plows had already cleared up the street, so it looked decent. And now I'm going back to the clerk who's going to give me my test results. She hands me the printout, and in a whisper voice, she says, "Congratulations." You guys, I think I cried. I think I shed tears. I tried to keep it together, and I said thank you, grabbed my belongings, and I shed tears on my way to the car. And then I sat in my Jeep, and I think I bawled a little bit. I did. Oh my God, look at how cute these cards are. So stinking cute, you guys. Look at that. And it was just stamping. I forget to use my stamps more often. So remember, use the stash. Use it or lose it. And so we're going to use it. I'm going to use everything. Because, I've neglected all of my things. I think we all do. I think we're all guilty of that. So I don't care how old they are. Oh, look, this side is cuter. So I'm going to put the glue on the lighter side, and because the other side was cuter. Both cute, but that side so much cuter. So yes, so that is what happened. A lot of excitement today. And so I as soon as I received my results, I texted my best friend in California and let her know. And then I let my sister know, and my brother in our family group text. I let them know, and sat in my car for a little bit to kind of take it all in, all that excitement, all of those emotions. And I wanted to be calm because I was going to get on the road again to come back home. And that was my morning. I got home about 12:30 after I stopped to go get my giant burger, and got home about 12:30. I ate, talked to my dad, talked to my mom, and then I didn't know what to do with myself because I haven't had free time in months, you guys. Because from studying, from taking my courses to studying for the exam, I haven't had free time. And I didn't know what to do with myself. Because just so you know, the videos that I've recorded lately, it's like midnight. It's, because I can't sleep because of all the studying, and I still have a lot of energy and the adrenaline, and so I start making videos. But today, I thought, oh my gosh, I have a free day. What do I do? Look at how cute it looks with the sticker and the little saying. Super, super cute. So if you have some book pages that have blank space, just fold them in half, stitch them, and embellish with whatever you have. Stamps, stickers, scrapbooking paper. So maybe I'm going to use all of those journaling cards on just December 10th. I think I'm going to need a couple more pages for December 10th with everything that I have to say. Oh my gosh, what a day. So guess what I did today? I played all day. As soon as I was done eating, my mother says, so what are your plans for today? I said, Mom, I'm going to go and I'm going to watch some YouTube, and I'm going to play with my things, and I'm going to work on my junk journal. And that is exactly what I did. And oh, I'm so excited. And tomorrow is another day, and life is wonderful, you guys. It may start off askew, but if you have faith and you have a positive mindset, you can change the day. I think there's a quote that I've mentioned before. If you conquer the morning, you conquer the day. Yes, this morning was conquered. Yes. You guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I love you so much for being here. I thank you for joining me. And by the way, what I was going to say earlier when I was thanking all of you for being here and watching me, and those of you that are watching and you are not subscribed, why don't you subscribe? Join me. I like to craft and talk. So if you like to craft and talk, join me because I have a lot to say. Join me in conversation, you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. You guys have a great day, and the next time we see each other, I will be hopefully doing a few days and not 10 of them. But yes, you guys take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and let me know what you're doing. By the way, how many scissors did I use? Did you see all those scissors that I grabbed? I think I grabbed 5 different pair of scissors. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Bye, you guys. Have a great day. Thank you.